Hey, so my Shaklee story, take 2, since my first video didn't go so well. Um, when I was 12 years old, I was diagnosed with lupus. I had a very low platelet count, was sent to the hematologist to find any other kind of cancer and other things like that. And finally, what was positive was lupus. I went through 12 years old. I was in middle school, so it was a little rough age for me. I was on prednisone, so I blew up in weight gain. I went through all of high school. I was okay, controlled by meds and stuff. When I was around 20 years old, I went into what's called a lupus crisis, where my lupus attacked my kidneys. And I had a lot of protein in the urine. I went through chemo as treatment, Cytoxin to be specific. I was on Plaquenil, I was on prednisone again, so I blew up again. I had a few rough years. Lost my hair, went through all of that. Definitely not as bad as any cancer patient would have gone through, but definitely not a good experience. Due to that chemo treatment and whatever other treatment they put me on at that point, I believe I was also on the medication called Cellcept. I had a very low to no chance of becoming pregnant. My doctors pretty much told me, there's a very high chance that you won't be able to get pregnant in the future. So, what was I going to do? I was 20 years old. I needed to live, so I went through the treatment. Fast forward a few years, I meet my husband, well, my now husband, then boyfriend. He introduces me to Shaklee because he grew up on Shaklee. His mom is very big on Shaklee, Maria Isabel. And he says, just try it out. It doesn't hurt. At the end of the day, it's just supplements and it's vitamins and you need it anyway. So I said, okay, fine. I took it. I took the basics, the foundation of Shaklee, the basics. The multivitamin, something specific for my immune system, and amongst a couple other things that were literally basic. 6 months later, or 7 months later, I had my follow-up with my rheumatologist to follow up with the lupus. My boyfriend, now husband, went with me to that appointment, and to our surprise, mostly to my surprise because he didn't understand it at that point, my doctor tells me, I don't know what you're doing, but you can definitely be weaned off of Plaquenil. Mind you, I was on Plaquenil for 16 years already. And make your birthday cake. Here's my little miracles. And I had the green light to get pregnant. At that point, I was definitely in shock. Tears to my eyes. I think still brings tears to my mom's eyes because she went through a lot of all my stuff with me, all my treatments and everything. At that point, I was only a year with my husband, so we didn't think that we would be getting pregnant or getting married at that point. But it was definitely a great outcome. So ever since then, which has been a good 7 years, 8 years maybe, I would say, I have been off of all my lupus medications and only on Shaklee. So Shaklee is my miracle. And like I showed you before, these are my miracle babies. My daughter's 4 years old, and my son is he's gonna be 4 weeks old. So Shaklee is a huge part of our lives, and we're very grateful that it has become part of our lives.